Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. My name is Forever King 116, and I'm here today to talk about the Smallville episode Homecoming. They really outdid themselves with this episode. Like, I haven't felt like, how can I put this into words for people out there on YouTube? Like, this was a Superman episode. Like, you had to be, you had to applaud these people because I think the producers, the writers, everybody that put this together because it was so genius. It was such a Superman moment, and I was grinning from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, and not once did they mess up. Not once, you know what I'm saying? Not once did I have any complaints about, some Chloe Oliver thing or no, backtracking. They did their fucking job. And let's just start from the beginning. Like, we all know they go to their class reunion. And, already, you know what I'm saying? It's like funny moments, like nobody remembers Lois, which had me laughing part of the time because the way she was like going off because nobody understood that she was there or nobody remembered her. She just felt so much like an outcast because I guess she only went 5 days out of the time she was supposed to be there. Now, Clark goes throughout his high school and he he gets a few flashbacks of Lana, of Chloe. Then he meets a couple of the students that are, I guess they're taking over Chloe's torch of her wall of weird, and they made it digital. So now they came to the conclusion that the Blur was originally born and bred in Smallville. So, Clark and Lois try to try to get them off the idea that the Blur was even put in Smallville, or he just came out the blue. They just wanted everybody to think he just came out the blue. But here go Clark with his denying that the Blur would never show back up again, and then Lois had to set that nigga straight. Like, look, Clark means to say that no, the Blur is happy to have people that he can inspire and all that stuff, all that good mushy stuff. And then come find out Clark is like he's like I don't know what I guess he's like the most, I guess because he was a football player, he was the quarterback or whatever, and he was like the best. They had him like on the spotlight wearing the king's crown in the auditorium. Everybody's like praising him and shit, and him and Lois. And then here comes the good part, whereas Brainiac freezes time. And now after Brainiac freezes time, him and Clark meet. And at first, I deadass thought they was gonna fight. Because the way Brainiac was talking made it seem like they wanted to fight each other. Like Brainiac was on some shit. So automatically I thought they was gonna fight. I thought Clark was gonna like punch him. Because Clark looked like he wanted to deck that nigga bad. So fucking Brainiac goes and says, this is what's gonna change. Today's the day your life will change forever. And then he brings him back to the past of to his father's funeral. And starts telling him all this wisdom shit. Which Brainiac was hitting some points with his wisdom. Like, I ain't think that nigga he was hitting some major points. And Clark was sitting there looking stupid like usual. But, Brainiac was there to really try to get him to understand and really let go of his past. Because if you haven't noticed, a lot of the shit that Clark do, the way he act with people, the way He is around a lot of people. He don't let a lot of people too close to him. And Chloe's the only person that's ever been at least close enough to him in his life. He don't. I can say he doesn't. He a lot of the stuff like he like the way he acts with certain people in his life that care about him and he cares about them. He doesn't try. He tries to keep his distance because he don't want them to get hurt. He don't. He tries to. He plays that savior shit. You know what I'm saying? So Brainiac is shutting him down, telling him, "Look, you gotta let go of this shit." So then they go to the day that his father was fighting Lionel in the barn, and Brainiac was telling him that your father made this choice. He decided to go, even though he knew his heart was bad. He decided to protect you. This was a choice he made. You know what I'm saying? Just like Clark made the choice to become the Earth's savior. And he embraced it. Nobody had to shove that on him. He just wanted the job. So then they go back to the present. Whereas they see Oliver. And Oliver is getting all this criticism from all these reporters and telling everybody. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Oliver did a good fucking job. I've never been so proud of Oliver in my fucking life. Like, off the back, I think him letting everybody know that he's the Green Arrow was so stupid. But the things he did after that, the things he did in this episode made me feel so good that they had him as the Green Arrow in this. So I'm gonna get back to that, but I'm gonna go back to what I was saying before. So Oliver is now it's Clark and Brainiac watching Oliver, and Oliver's watching TV. All these people talking about, they happy that he's doing. Some of these people are talking about they're happy that he's doing it. Some people are saying that why is this rich boy playing hero? You know what I'm saying? Why is he trying to, you know how people are about heroes, some don't like them, some do like them, some need them, some don't. And with the Oliver thing, he was really catching some major backlash off it. So he turns off the TV, and then he asks his secretary if any like messages. So she started talking about all these news channels, and he's not really he don't care about the news channels. He really care about how Clark is doing about this, because he really looks up to Clark, which I was surprised myself that he looked up to Clark like that, but he looks up to Clark. So, and I like the fact that he looks up to Clark. I like the fact that they showing that Clark is the head honcho. He's the man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect him, and they gotta love him, and they gotta look up to him. So he really wanted Clark to be there for him, and Clark wasn't there. I guess it's been going on for a while that Clark keeps his distance away from Oliver, and I guess a lot of Clark's past comes up to his present. So Clark, Brainiac is telling him, you see, Oliver needs you. You know what I'm saying? Even though he doesn't say it or he doesn't show it, he deeply needs you though. You gotta be you gotta be there for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have anybody else but you. You're the closest to anybody that he has. He just lost Lois. He just lost Chloe. Well, which I don't know why he taking it so hard, but anyway, he just lost Chloe, and he needs you the most. He can't go to Lois because that's your girl. So he needs you. You're the only one as a hero he can turn to be actually his friend. So he's just, Brainiac just tells Clark this, and Clark is just like, oh, I